The name Ar-Rahim, the All-Merciful, is mentioned in the Quran in reference to Allah exactly twice as many times, 114 times, as the mentioning of the name Ar-Rahman, the Almighty, which is 57 times. In another clear example, we have the description in Surah Taha 1-5, culminating when Ar-Rahman ascends on his throne. This is the perfect image of power and authority, the assumption of full control over everything. The concept of mercy is inappropriate here, since it is not its time nor its place. Taha 20.1 Taha. We have not sent down the Quran to thee to be an occasion for thy distress, but only as an admonition to those who fear Allah. Surah Taha 20, in a sense, completes the description of Ar-Rahman in Surah Maryam 19. Even the approach to the name Ar-Rahman in this surah is preceded by fear. Verse 3. The proper attitude of the faithful people, mu'mineen, to Ar-Rahman is fear. They fear his power, not his mercy. 20.4. A revelation from him who created the earth and the heavens on high, Al-Rahman, is firmly established on the throne of authority. This verse clearly declares the authority of Ar-Rahman, not his mercy. Please remember yet again that the expression Allah Most Gracious is deliberately misleading, since only the name of Ar-Rahman exists in almost all of these verses. 20.6. To him belongs what is in the heavens and on the earth, and all between them, and all beneath the soil. If thou pronounce the word aloud, it is no matter, for verily he knoweth what is secret and what is yet more hidden. Allah, there is no God but He. To Him belong the most beautiful names. These verses assert. Ayah 4 clearly declares that the source of the Quran is Ar-Rahman. Ayah 5 declares His authority, not His mercy or beneficence, as Ar-Rahman. Ayah 6 declares His ownership of the heavens and the earth, and all that is in between them, and what is within the earth inclusive. Ayah 7 declares His complete omniscience. This sequence is culminated in Ayah 8, where the power statement of La ilaha illallah, there is no God but Allah, is given. Its use in the Quran is always most emphatic with power. Here it completes the image of Ar-Rahman's or Allah's total authority. The cumulative effect of these words and their relationship to the name Ar-Rahman emphasizes and powerfully demonstrates to us the obvious fact that this name refers to none other than an almighty divinity. There are many appropriate places to invoke His mercy, His benevolence, and His grace, but this is not one of them. Specifically, these 8 verses very clearly show the appropriateness of the great name of Ar-Rahman to the most graphic description of His power and authority. The power and authority which solely belongs to the Almighty and not to beneficence or mercy. Taha 20.90. Aaron had already before this said to them, O my people, you are being tested in this, for verily your Lord is Ar-Rahman, so follow me and obey my command. Taha 20.108. On that day will they follow the caller straight. No crookedness can they show him. All sounds shall humble themselves in the presence of Ar-Rahman. Nothing shalt thou hear but the tramp of their feet as they march. On that day shall no intercession avail except for those for whom permission has been granted by Ar-Rahman, and whose word is acceptable to him. Verses 108 and 109 above give a devastating description of the day of judgment, and Ar-Rahman's terrifying power and authority on that day. These 2 verses are followed by verse 110, describing vividly Ar-Rahman's omniscience, and verse 111 stating that all faces will be submitted to the living, the eternal, Al-Hayy Al-Khayyum, and that those who carry the burden of even a single act of sin will be doomed. There is no reference to forgiveness, mercy, or beneficence here. This entire sequence again emphasizes the power and authority and devastating wrath of Ar-Rahman. The following are all the references to the name Ar-Rahman in the Quran. 1.1 to 19.58, 19.61 to 19.92, 1993 to 21.36, 21.42 to 26.5, 27.30 to 43.20, 43.33 to 67.19, 67.20 to 78.38. In all of these instances, the name Ar-Rahman means the Almighty. Based entirely upon the very Arabic verses of Muhammad's Quran, they very clearly prove that Ar-Rahman was the God Almighty that Muhammad referred to when he was in Mecca, before he changed his mind to Allah shortly after escaping to Medina. Again and again I must point out that the hadiths reveal the truth about Muhammad, his Quran and his Sunnah. They utterly disprove his self-declared prophethood and the alleged divine origin of his Quran. Muhammad's Quran is as ungodly as Hitler's Mein Kampf.